Cameras were there and rolling as police scuffled with attendees, and you can see officers escorting protesters out of the town hall. And we know some were even tased and at least 3 were arrested.
The Northwest Georgian Republican hosted tonight's town hall meeting in Cobb County to answer questions about her support for President Donald Trump and his policies. 11 Alive's Doug Richards was at that meeting tonight. He joins us live now from Ackworth. So Doug, what was it like to be there with all that?
It was, as you described, a little chaotic, a little contentious, but ultimately, this was a room full of people who supported Donald Trump and were enthusiastically greeting one of his most fervent backers, Congresswoman Greene. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene had been on stage for less than a minute.
Are you really doing this?
Before a man in the audience shouted something that caught the attention of police, who escorted him roughly out of the room.
This is a town hall. This is not a political rally.
Greene's office had screened the audience, and most were in her camp.
If you stand up and want to protest, if you want to shout and chant, we will have you removed just like that man.
It was a promise kept. Over the course of the evening, more than a dozen in the audience either got police escorts out of the room or left peacefully, shouting words of protest. Police used a taser on one man who they said disregarded their order to leave peacefully. He was one of 3 charged with disorderly conduct.
Did the police department overreact? No, sir, I don't believe so. We responded to what was given to us, and we handled it appropriately.
Meantime, Greene answered questions she said her staff had gathered from the audience. Most were friendly, but a few were not.
Why are you such a coward?
And while there were empty chairs in the room, there were more than 100 protesters outside.
Show me what community looks like.
Some of whom said they were barred from entering.
We are in Marjorie Taylor Greene's district, so either it filled up or we were kicked out because we're not Republicans.
The town hall took place in one of the least Republican areas in Greene's 14th congressional district.
There was nothing more to it than this is the new part of my district, and I feel like they haven't met me yet, so I should come here first.
And Greene told us that she was not really upset at all by the conflict because she felt like it showed the true colors of her political opponents. It's worth remembering that this was a town hall dominated by Greene supporters who were mostly quiet compared to the handful of detractors that got into the room. We are live in Ackworth tonight. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
All right, Doug, thank you so much.